This is Rashmi here, and today we are at the Ramappa temple, which is located at a distance of 77 kilometers from Warangal. This temple is also known as Ramalingeshwara Swami temple. This is a Hindu temple where Lord Shiva is worshipped, and Lord Shiva is known as Ramalingeshwara Swami in local language. An inscription found in this temple dates back to the year 1213 AD, and it states that this temple was built by a general, Racherla Rudra. He was during the time of the Kakatiya ruler Ganpati Deva. Now let me take you to the model. So this is a structure, this is actually a model. This was constructed before constructing the main building, okay. So they constructed the main building by seeing this model only. So this was the technique which the people used to construct big buildings. First they would construct a small model of it, and later they would construct the big building. You can see the Nandi. Actually, Nandi is the Vahana of Lord Shiva. So the speciality of this Nandi is that its eye, from wherever you see, from whichever direction you see, it appears as though this Nandi is seeing or looking at you only. And the second speciality is the leg, the position of the leg. This position is in such a way that whenever the master of Nandi orders him, he is ready to get up and obey his master's orders. And one more speciality is carving. It is carved in very intricate and delicate way, as you can see. And one more is its ear. Its ear is facing directly his master, and his head is not in a straight direction. It is facing slightly right. It appears as though he is listening to his master's orders. All the Nandis built by the Kakatiya dynasty have the same position, that is, their head is not facing in the straight direction, it is slightly tilted, and even the eye is in such a way that it appears as though it is looking at you only, and wherever you see, the Nandi is found in the same position. The steps built by the Kakatiya dynasty rulers are very high, as you can see, because the Kakatiya dynasty rulers were really very tall, about 7 to 8 feet, and now just behind you can see the steps which are built by the government of India as per our convenience. As we move around the temple, we find that the sides of the temple are carved as elephants. So these elephants are 526 in number. The speciality of these elephants is that one elephant is completely different from the other. As you can see, this elephant is facing towards us, while this is not facing towards us. So in Hinduism, actually there is a ritual where people have to go for a pradakshana, that is, take a round around the temple. So these elephants represent the direction in which the people have to go for a pradakshana. And you see all the elephants are facing in the same direction. You can see that there is no elephant which is facing in the opposite direction. So they represent the direction where people have to go for a pradakshana. And here there is a star shaped symbol. Actually it is not a perfect star, but this is the aerial view of the temple. If you view the temple from top, this temple looks in this same way. So they represented the aerial view of the temple by showing this star. And there up you can see the dance form. This was actually the dance form of the Kakatiya rulers. Before going to the war, the Kakatiya rulers would perform this dance. This was known as Prerna. But now it is identified as Perini Shivatandavam, and this is taken as the state dance form of Telangana. Over the Perini dance form, you can see a sculpture which is carved in black basalt, that is known as Gaja Kesari. This was not the name of the sculpture, but this was the title which was given to Ganpati Deva, who was a ruler of Kakatiya dynasty. This title was given to him by his father Rudradeva, and later this title was carried to his daughter Rudrama Devi. Let me explain you about this. Gaja means the elephant, and the Kesari means lion, which you can see above it. And between the elephant and the lion you can see a man. Actually he is a soldier. So this proved that the rulers, that is Ganpati Deva and Rudrama Devi, were so powerful that they had the power of lion and an elephant. Lion and elephant are very powerful, we all know that. So they were so powerful like lion and elephant. Side of the temple you may find that here, if you see carefully, that is Lord Buddha, and beside him is Lord Mahavira of Jainism, and here they portrayed Dashavatara. Here you can see Lord Shri Krishna over this side. So they are all the avatars of Lord Vishnu, okay. And here this side you can see that this person is somewhat different because he is not an Indian, he is an Egyptian. This portrays that the Kakatiya dynasty rulers had international trade routes. The sea route was Motapalli and they followed this sea route only. And during Kakatiya rulers' time only, Marco Polo, an Egyptian traveler, visited India. And you may see that is the sculpture of an Egyptian person which portrays that they had trade with Egyptians and they had international trade at that time only, before 800 years. And here you can see again Lord Mahavira. So this has all different religions, it portrays all different religions. So these religions also existed during the time of Kakatiya rulers. This is portrayed. This temple majestically stands on a 6 feet high star-shaped platform, and there you can see that there was a small temple over there, but it was destroyed by a natural disaster, that is an earthquake, and now only a single portion of that temple is left, that is actually a circle where people used to dance. And below that you can find that there is so much of sand, that is known as the sandbox technique. That sand would be below the main temple, and this would protect the temple from getting destroyed by natural disasters, especially earthquakes. Around the temple, one more thing which you will find is the figures. There are 4 on each side of the temple, not on each side, they are only on 3 sides. They are total 12 in number, and each figure is completely different from the other. The first figure is the figure of a tribal woman, and you can see that there is a thorn which is pierced in the foot region, and they have carved it in a very beautiful way that the foot got swollen and they showed that swelling part also. And you can see that a small person below that is removing the thorn. And the next figure is of a dancing woman. If you see it very carefully, you will find that the girl is having very long nails. People think it a fashion today to grow nails, but this fashion existed in India before 800 years, which is really a very great thing. And the next figure, it portrays a woman who wore high heels. You can see today it is a fashion to wear heels where the heel is only in the back portion, but at that time they had at front and at back also. So you can see it portrays high heels. And here it is a Nagini form. The woman is shown as a Nagini over there. The snake is known as the Nagini. After the Kakatiya dynasty, Nizams ruled Hyderabad. So when they came here, they found that this temple, this figure and this figure was very beautiful. So they took it to their home. But later something wrong happened with them, so they bought it back, and you can see that these figures are replaced with cement below them. You can just see that only these 2 figures have cement below them. Inside the main temple. Here you can see that there are some elephants which are portraying the direction to go inside, and on the opposite side you can see that the elephants are in opposite direction, which shows exit, because at that time they didn't have signboards to represent the way for in and out. And now you can see, as I told you, that they use sandbox technique to protect the building from any earthquake. Here you can see that there was an earthquake in 1700 which destroyed the temple, but this temple still stands because of the sandbox technique used by the Kakatiya rulers. Look at this pillar, at this sculpture over here, look at the center, okay. There are 3 people, but there are only 2 pair of legs which are projected. So 3 people are sharing 4 legs. Usually one person has 2 legs, but here 3 people have 4 legs. If you close one side, you will find that legs are there for other person, and if you close another side, the legs are there to the other person. If you come here, you will find it okay, because I am not able to show you physically over here. You have to come here and you have to admire the beauty of this temple, and you will get awestruck seeing this temple. It is such a beautiful temple, are done in a very delicate way, as I told you. I'll show you. This is just a thread and it will pass through this. You can see there are no graphics applied over in my video, and I did not apply any filters. There are very small holes which are made in this structure. You can see And just imagine about the technique which the Kakatiya rulers used at that time, and it is really very great in Indian history. Temple is carved in a very magnificent way, and you can see that this pillar has no sculptures over it because they believe that when people liked anything they put an evil eye on that. So to remove the evil eye of the people, there is no sculpture over here, but the same sculptures are put over here. As you can see, there are total 4 pillars over here, and you cannot find any such sculpture on all the pillars. This is there only on this pillar to remove the evil eye of the people. The architecture of this temple is carved in a very intricate and a delicate way. You can see on the top also they have carved in a very beautiful way, and this side you can see that is the Amrita Manthan, and the next scene is the distribution of Amrit. Okay, and on this side you can see the birth of Lord Ganesha, and they have portrayed it very beautifully with the help of figures. Only they have carved it in a rock, and people can understand it very easily. And you can see there is a circle over here, and people used to dance over here before the god. And at the top, if you see, there is a Lord statue, that is Lord Nataraja. Lord Nataraja was believed to be the Lord of dance. People used to pray looking at the top, and later they would start dancing. This is the picture of the birth of Lord Ganesha. There's a pillar over here. If you beat at it, you will hear some musical sounds. Let us try it. So this was the technique which was used by the Kakatiya rulers. Actually, it is made hollow in the center, so it produces many musical sounds. Even you may try it if you come over here. Look at the Gopuram, the top portion of the temple. It looks very heavy. So to reduce the weight on the pillars, the engineer used light bricks which are literally able to float on water. And you can see the brick model over here. And this is the only temple in India. It is the unique temple in India which is named after the craftsman, that is the person who built it, that is Ramappa. And there is no such temple in India which is named after the person who built it. So this temple is named after the person who built it. And if you see in India, there are temples which are named after kings or queens or the Lord which is worshipped in it. So this is the only temple which is named after the craftsman. I'm really very sorry because my video is very lengthy, so please don't get bored. But there is so much to explore over here, and I got very excited and I wanted to share it with you all guys. So that is the reason it is very lengthy, and I'm very sorry for it also, and hope you enjoyed watching my video. And one small request from my side is you please come here and enjoy the beauty of the nature. I want you all to know about the history of India, which is really very great, and we had great rulers who ruled us, and you may see the structures which are left by them, and we should be really very thankful to God to give us such great rulers. 1.5 kilometers from the main temple, that is the Ramappa temple, you have a lake over here. Again, this lake is also named after Ramappa. So this is not a real lake, okay? This is not a natural lake. This was the lake which was built by Ramappa, okay? So this is only artificial lake. So water still lies in this lake even after 800 years, which is really a great thing, right? After 800 years also you are able to see water over here. Just imagine what technology he might have used over here and how great he was. You may see that still water is lying over here, and just behind me you can see the cottages of Harita Haram. It is a resort. If anybody wants to stay over here, you may stay over here, and it is a very good 2-day trip from Hyderabad, and it is really refreshing and enjoying. And as you can see, I'm in a very blissful mood and I'm enjoying the nature. Even you can come